So it's been 2 months since I moved into this new apartment, and since then I've decorated my living room, my bathroom, and my kitchen. It's been quite a whirlwind of decorating, like styling on steroids since the day I moved in. And it's been a lot of fun reconnecting with my personal interior style in this new space and documenting it in this multi-video series. This series has basically been a bunch of move-in stuff, decorating through my eyes, lots of cozy vibes, a borderline pathological use of black and white floral patterns, which I will talk about later. So if you haven't been keeping up, definitely check out this series. I am really proud of it. And in this video, I am concluding the series by taking you through my whole apartment as it is now and showing you what styling I think needs to happen from here, because this space isn't done yet. And from here, I am going to be decorating a bit more slowly. I've been going so hard and so fast with decorating this apartment, largely for the sake of this video series. So I need to chill out a little bit. I mean, don't worry, I'm gonna keep decorating in here and I'm gonna keep talking about it on this channel. It's just not gonna be as turbocharged as it's been since I moved in. And at the end of this video, I am gonna talk a little bit about what you can expect from my channel from here, now that this new apartment decorating series is wrapping up. And if you're new here, my name is Steffi, and this is Hilo, who's been sitting on my lap this whole time. And on this channel, I give small apartment styling tips and cozy living inspiration. So now let me get behind the camera and show you around the place. So let's start with the living room, and what you might notice right off the bat is my new area rug. I really loved the area rug that was there before, but in this apartment, for one thing, it was kind of reading a little bit more blue than charcoal gray. Like when I had it in my studio, it was very much like a dark charcoal gray, but in this apartment, just something about the light in here made it look quite blue. And I definitely wanted something more on the dark gray black side. This one is more suited for this space, for this couch, just for this whole vibe. You can tell how new it is. It's still in the process of smoothing out. But yeah, it's definitely matching with the whole look of this living room, which leads me to acknowledge the complete, like, insane use of black and white floral patterns in here. A couple of you commented on how matchy-matchy this is, and I definitely don't disagree with you. I will admit this is like somewhat absurd, you know. I talked in one of my recent videos about how I actually really love matchy-matchy decor because I love prioritizing cohesiveness in my styling, but I will admit that there is a point where the matchy-matchiness becomes cheesy, and I will say this is skewing towards cheesy a little bit. So I'm gonna actually try something. I feel like maybe it's the fact that there's both of these pillows here, just it with the floral wall art, it just is a lot of kind of the same thing. So I want to leave that one there because I've been laying on it and it's really comfortable. You can kind of tell it's already a little worn. So I'm gonna try, like, let's just see if we just subtract this and just have it be my extremely chic one-piece manga pillow with this fluffy cozy pillow. Let's just see what happens when we simply subtract. Sometimes that's all styling needs, is just simple subtraction. Like, I don't know, what do you guys think? I feel like that makes a pretty big difference. You know, we have some repetition here, which I'm here for. Like I said, I love, you know, cohesive vibes, and I think that repetition is such a great styling tool that you can use. Like if you just repeat colors, repeat patterns, repeat materials, that creates an instant sense of cohesiveness. But again, there is a point where it gets cheesy, you know? So aside from that, I'm really loving the way that this living room has come together. I still really love this wall. I love the dark decor, rock and roll, moody, witchy vibes, plus New York. It's kind of a whole spectrum of coolness, I guess you could say. You guys might remember the pampas grass that I initially bought for that piece of wall right there, but it really just didn't work. So for now, I have it right here. And it's kind of solving a problem of like, I wanted something with some good height right here, because otherwise this chair, the way I have it angled, just kind of feels like it's floating a bit, like it's a little adrift. So it needed something to anchor it. I'm not sure if I'll stick with the pampas grass there. I do really like it. It adds some nice texture and softness, but we'll see. This is I think nice for now. Another thing I kind of tweaked since you last saw this area highlighted in this video is I just sort of tweaked this styling. I added these crystals and this candle, and yeah, I think it's really pretty. Obviously, there's only so much room on the surface of this media console, and I'm pushing my limits as I usually do. One might think it's a little crowded there, but I'm fine with it. We have my switch, a little faux succulent, blanket basket, instant coziness. If you ever want to add coziness to your space, just get a basket and fill it with blankets. It's pretty much foolproof coziness. And one of my favorite things in this whole apartment is my coffee table styling. I love this little picture here. I love the sort of dichotomy between like the nerdiness of the Death Note manga combined with the sort of chic candle and perfume. I think all of this is just really complementing each other. It's dark, it's witchy, it's nerdy, it's chic. It ticks so many boxes for me. And then from here, we have this big wall, which I covered in this video. Haven't really changed much here, just maybe switched out a candle and basically destroyed the tall candlesticks. As you can see, they are just like a waxy catastrophe now. So that's wonderful. But yeah, other than those little things, everything is just about the same here. I'm still very much trying to figure out what to do with this sort of empty space here. And you guys left some really good suggestions in the comments on this video. And the most suggested option that you guys put forth was to put like a big basket of blankets right here. And I really love that option. And I think I might do that. Even though I already have a basket of blankets right here, I'm a firm believer that you can really never have too many blankets or too many baskets or too many baskets of blankets. But again, if you have any other suggestions, leave them in the comments below because I am still weighing my options about that. And then over here, we have the kitchen, which I decorated in last week's video. So not much has changed here because I literally just decorated this last week. Now, one thing about this kitchen area is this wall, which I really haven't even acknowledged yet. I feel like something needs to go here. Not sure what, maybe wall art, I don't know. And then also this piece of wall right here. I'm thinking something like maybe a bar cart could go here, maybe a small console table with some styling and wall art above it. So let me know what you guys think about both of these pieces of wall, because there's definitely some really good sort of styling opportunities that could take place here. One thing is I have all this wall art here. These are my musicians that I love so much. We have Beck, that's Beck, Fiona Apple, Poe, who's upside down right now. We have our little Taylor Momsen right here, who's also upside down. So disrespectful of me. And then my Fleetwood Mac, listen to the wind blow, watch the sunrise. These pieces are all very precious to me because I love these musicians so much. And I feel like in my studio apartment, they were displayed so wonderfully. So I want to do them justice. Like, for example, I don't want any of them to go on this wall because I feel like this is kind of like a forgotten land. Like, they wouldn't get the attention they deserve there. So maybe this wall and then also this wall. Yeah, there's a lot of wall space to consider in this apartment. Next, we have the bedroom, which really barely any thought has gone into this bedroom. It's something I'm putting off because, like I've said before, I want to get the same wallpaper as the last apartment. And you may have noticed that in this new apartment decorating video series, I didn't do a video about the bedroom. And that's simply because, like, I really am just gonna do the same thing as the bedroom in the last apartment. So just watch this video that I made in my last apartment about my bedroom. And that's basically the same thing that I would cover if I had included this bedroom in the series. You know what I mean? I loved that bedroom so much. It's like the one thing that I miss about the last apartment. So I'm not messing around. I just want to do that same thing. Another thing, and this is actually one thing that's gonna differ from the bedroom in the last apartment, is all of this wall space right here. So now I have like all of this to decorate. Like when I'm laying in bed, I want to see something pretty here. And I have no idea right now what that should be. I moved this console table in here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it. This is, I don't know what to do with that. It's just there for now. But I was thinking maybe I could decorate this console table and then put some wall art up here. But if you have any suggestions for what this massive wall can be, let me know. And another thing is you might see that it's feeling a little crowded over here with the dresser. And I'm not really sure. I think I've been considering moving the dresser actually to this spot right here and just having it be not really a clothing dresser, but just some storage and then decorate around it, because this is definitely looking crowded. All of this is crowded. So it's either this has to go or the dresser has to go, and something needs to go here anyway. So I'm gonna try the dresser. Yeah. This is pretty much it with the bedroom. Definitely need to improve the styling right there. Like I said, I just haven't really put that much thought into the bedroom yet because I've been so focused on the living room first and foremost, and then the bathroom and the kitchen. And then we have the bathroom, which I decorated in this video, and not much has really changed in here because of course I just decorated it a couple weeks ago, but I did switch out the little gold tray for these apothecary style vases, which I think looks cute. And that's pretty much the only thing that's changed in here. Like I said in my bathroom decorating video, I definitely want to figure something else out here in terms of wall art. I like these pieces, but they're just not really doing it for me. They're fine for now, and I love the colors. I love the color palette in here, and they definitely go with that. But yeah, I want to figure something else out. But yeah, this is the bathroom. Again, we have the black and white floral pattern, which I clearly have a major thing for these days. But yeah, like everything else, this bathroom is a work in progress. Let me know if you have any suggestions. So that is version 1 of my apartment styling. I am so happy to have a place that I can call my own and decorate to my heart's content and just live a quiet, peaceful life with my trusty companion. This truly is the life. So that is my apartment 2 months after moving in. Let me know in the comments below if you have any suggestions for what I can do in this apartment, because of course, like I said, this is version 1. So if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments below. And in terms of what you can expect from my channel going forward from here, I feel like it's kind of a new era for Moda Misfit, you know, ever since I moved into this new apartment and have been on this like path of self-rediscovery and living alone again, and reconnecting with how much I love living alone with not another soul but my cat. And it's also been a time of reconnecting with my YouTube channel after taking a long break, more than one long break, as I was going through a dark chapter in my life. Basically, I'm in this new chapter in life, and this channel is gonna reflect that in some ways. I want to broaden what I talk about a bit, and I know I've touched on this in like past videos a couple times, my desire to not just talk about how we decorate our apartments, but what we do in our apartments. You know, what is this apartment lifestyle, especially like living alone in an apartment? What can we do? How can we enhance our apartment life? How can we romanticize it? Things like, you know, what are some book recommendations I have, some TV show recommendations? What are some cozy video games that you can play on a rainy fall day? Or some recipes, like what are the things I like to cook in my apartment on the few occasions that I actually cook? If you have any suggestions for me on some like apartment lifestyle, cozy living content that I can make videos about, please let me know in the comments below, because I would definitely love to stay on the pulse of what you actually want to see. So here's to a new life in a new apartment, and getting inspired together and living our best lives in our apartments. So I hope you'll stick with me and with Hilo, who's the actual star of this YouTube channel. And remember, your apartment is destined to be pretty, and you are pretty powerful.